So this is my video response to pushing Paisley. So the first question is, how did Keith and Jennifer react to finding out that their daughter would have Down syndrome? Their sudden reaction was just shock and fear. Keith said that when he heard that news, he did everything he could to force Jennifer to have an abortion because he was very caught up in the thoughts of what would other people think of me, being very caught up in his own image and wondering what weakness inside of him would cause this to happen. And explain how he had genetically superior genes because he was very athletic in school, athletic, smart, joined the Air Force, very successful in a lot of different ways. Jennifer was caught up in a lot of fear because her main fear was hearing this news was like, she said that he would leave and run away. And I feel like if I was his wife in that moment and hearing that my child would have Down syndrome, I would need more support than ever. And I think that's when love would be tested the most. So why do you think they reacted the way that they did? I think they reacted with shock and fear because that the news was just very unexpected. And because it was very unexpected that their daughter would have Down syndrome, it is a lot of information to process and acknowledge that their child will have higher risk regarding health problems and certain conditions and delay with their child's mental and physical development. But despite all that, the child is still a living human being that has intrinsic value and deserves love and dignity like every other human being. The second question is, what was your initial reaction to how Keith felt about having a child with a disability at first? Dr. Sobek, I was heartbroken. Okay, I literally had chills running down my arm. Just the fact that putting his own image and reputation above his child's own life. And he even said that having a child with Downs is like experiencing a death or getting a broken baby. That's just so sad. It broke my heart. And it also got me fired up. Like, it made me so mad. But this is also why I like how you had the third question. So the third question was, what was Keith's changing point in terms of his perspective on having a daughter with Down syndrome? Why do you think this particular experience changed him? Just hearing the word changing point, that gave him a lot of grace right there. So the changing point was when he was playing with Paisley and he was tickling her, and just the fact that she was laughing and giggling made him realize like she's just like any other kid. And just her happiness in that moment really changed him. Why do you think this particular experience changed him? Oh, because I feel like there are times that we must experience and be faced with challenges like that so that we might not be overcome by the challenges or the obstacle, but overcome it. And I think that just makes the love even more stronger, being able to have the willpower to rise above the pridefulness of ourselves for another human being, especially if that is your own blood. So the fourth question is, what message was Keith trying to portray with pushing Paisley? He was trying to portray that to let everyone know and see that he was proud of her, that this is Paisley, this is my daughter, and this is my kid, and we are in this together. It was just such a powerful moment. The fifth question is, based on your reading, what phases of reaction/feelings did Keith go through? So he definitely went through phases of shock and a retreat phase, which I would refer to as almost like an avoidance phase, because he was trying to avoid and run away from dealing with the realities of his child's condition, and then he finally undergoes the acknowledgement phase and fully embraces Paisley's condition and tries to become more fully involved in her life as a father. The sixth question is, do you think Paisley should read the letter when she gets older? First off, I'm really glad that he decided to write a letter in the first place, just because I'm a huge advocate for people who choose writing as a form of an emotional outlet. It just really helps you organize your thoughts, and it pours out all your problems, your fears, and your concerns, and sometimes you even answer your own questions. I do think that Paisley should read the letter because I feel like her father's words are just a true reflection of the human heart. But I also feel as if it would do more good by from Keith pouring his heart into her more by showing her the compassionate love of a father's physical presence and his affirmation and the affirmation he gives to her rather than through the letter, because actions speak louder than words. You can even use his words from the letter to guide him to know what to do and how to love her even more. The seventh question is, at the end of the video, Jennifer said, initially he had said, I don't want to take care of someone for the rest of my life. I think now he looks at it and says, oh my goodness, I may not get to take care of her the rest of her life. What do you think she meant by the comment? What realization did Keith come to throughout this journey? A part in the video, it said that he used to run from her. Now he runs towards her and even runs with her. He is being a father in this moment, like what a father should be. It is in a man's nature to want to protect and provide for those whom he treasures and wants to ensure their happiness and their safety. So it's interesting how the concept of fear in the story has taken a whole new direction at this part of the video. So I went from the fear of the challenges that Paisley would bring into their personal lives to the fear of how others might treat her and how they would affect her. And so I think that Keith came to the realization that she was just everything to him. And he even said that in the video. She helped him grow mentally, emotionally, physically. And he quoted that everything I've done and tried to accomplish was never going to be perfect, but my love for her is perfect. And I think that just signifies that no matter what the world will think, he will always be by her side. And this was just such a beautiful story. I really loved watching it. I watched it like 5 times.